interesting conversation with baby girl, and the question went, who do you think caused our demise for the human race? Was it Adam or was it Eve? I ultimately think that it was Adam who caused our whole destruction. You feel me? Caused everything to go out of chaos. But I believe that Eve influenced Adam's decision. So before y'all label this video as a woman's badge video, it's not that at all. Oh, Jim, you're only saying that because you're a man. No, no, that's not what it is. I'm saying this because this is the honest God truth. And somebody needs to tell it. So now we have to ask ourselves the question, what is the importance of having the rib cages? Well, the three functions of having the rib cages is to protect, support, and respiration, to enclose the heart and the lungs. Wow. If you really stop and you pause and you think about that, protecting their family, supporting your family, bringing life to your family, that's all the duties of a woman. That's interesting. And if you don't believe that, you can look on Google and actually type in what is the importance of having a rib cage, and you will find it on Google. I think I have it somewhere coming up right about now. See, what ultimately screwed Adam over is not by him listening to the woman. What screws him over is because God gave him specific orders not to do, or if you want to be clear, not to eat from the forbidden fruit. You feel me? Regardless of what his wife may have told him, regardless of what Eve may have said, he knew better not to eat from that forbidden tree. But yet he decided to do it anyway. Why? Because his spouse at the end of the day was like, oh, here, take this. Now, we as men, we trust our spouse because that's just in us. You're a part of us. You are a female. We are males. That means you have the mindset of a male, but still is a female. You still have that tendency. You still have that softness to you. You still got that nurturing spirit. So by us as men, we're looking at our female, that nurture part. We're thinking in our mind, well, she can't possibly want to harm us physically, emotionally, or even spiritually. Now I get it. You feel me? Like when I was reading the Bible, and by this being the first really book in the Bible and seeing this, my thing was, well, why did she let a snake entice her to give that fruit to Adam? And then I had to think about it. My mom told me when I was younger, stay away from the snakes, stay away from the rats, because those are what ultimately going to get you in trouble. And now that I look back, it was true. You feel me? Like she ultimately listened to something that had human language to it, but yet was a reptilian. Like that mind boggles me. And like this is one of the reasons why I wouldn't give my heart to a girl. Because first of all, I'm not supposed to give my heart to anybody but God. I'm supposed to, my heart and my soul. Those are the most important things of it. Without the heart itself, you cannot function. You cannot do nothing. I don't care how much your man, your king may have a brain. Without the heart, his body will go nowhere. It will stop. It is in this place. And even with losing the heart, the mind can go for 6 minutes. That's facts. You can do 6 minutes with your mind, but then after losing that, after they lose the oxygen from it, you're considered brain dead. Factor. You feel me? So no, I'm not giving my heart to no female. As much as I love my baby girl right now, I give her the world. But as far as giving her my heart, that cannot happen. And as far as the story did really make me upset because ultimately I knew it was Adam that had the decision. He made the decision and all. But ultimately, Eve, I feel like Eve should have been a very better support. I feel like that was something that was unusual That was something that should have been talked about, something that should have been discussed without quickly saying, "Oh, nothing happened to me, so nothing will happen to you." Because what ultimately happened down that line of that story was because he had the knowledge of all from that tree. You feel me? When he ran into God again, God asked him, "Why are you hiding? Why?" And Adam said, "Because I'm ashamed." "Why are you ashamed?" "Because I'm naked." "Well, who told you you was naked?" "Well, the woman." That's the blame. The woman. No. You, when God tells you something, when you in particular, you listen to that because that's a basic instructions. That's point blank period. There's no it's, ands, or buts about it, honestly. But Jim, what about the men? Well, when it comes down to the men, you're supposed to provide. You're supposed to be there when she needs you. You're supposed to give great advice to your woman when she's at trouble. She it is not her job to be trying to raise a boy into a man. And when I say this, if you have boy tendencies, if you're out there watching ass shake, you feel me? Spending money on stupid stuff. Those are boy mentalities. If you're into your car more than loving your girl, then that's the problem with me. And I have a problem with that as well. As far as it, I feel like men should do men need to do a better job in taking care of their women, not the other way around. A woman should not be taking care of a man. If you're one of them type of men that let your woman do everything for you, then you're not considered a man. You're considered a boy, and that's someone that she's raising. I know somebody's gonna hate me for that. Maybe I shouldn't have put that in there. I'm gonna have a lot of comments on that one. Yes, at the end of the day, she was made there to help you out. Yes, I agree to that. But as far as you being the head of your household, he definitely lets you know you're supposed to be doing that. So if you're paying the bills, if you're making sure food is in the house, if you're making sure she's good, if she has a car to get the kids to school and stuff, and you're doing all that you can as a man, then I commend you, my brother. But if you're not doing that, if you're driving the car that she paid for, and you living in the house that she provided, you're not playing the role of a man. And not for nothing, if a woman has a man like that, she needs to cut that completely off. I'm sorry, if you're dealing with somebody like that, he is a boy, a little boy. You are doing things for a boy that's growing up. It's almost like that Kate Michelle song that I keep listening to, "Can't Raise a Boy into a Man." And my girl plays that every time oh my God, every time she gets mad, she plays that. You feel me? But if you're out there and you're hustling, you're grinding for your shorty, you're taking care of her. She's in the latest clothes, latest fashions, and you're busting your ass, working 40 hours to 80 hours a week. I commend you, my brother, because you're doing what you're supposed to. You're doing what God has uh, 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 put you in her life for you supposed to be doing. It's just simple as that. I can't tell you enough times that I keep seeing these men that complain about child support. Well, if you was doing what you had to do, none of this wouldn't be possible. And that's just my personal opinion. That has nothing to do with this video. That I'm just throwing that out there just for somebody to catch it because somebody needs to hear that in their life. So in the conclusion, that's my. So in the conclusion, to me, honestly, they both had equal parts into it. We as human beings, we're learning life. Life is a complex thing. Um, Everybody's not where they supposed to be in life, and that's something that you have to learn to deal with God. It's something that God have to show you. God has to lead you into that path of where you're going. Now, honestly, I enjoyed doing this video. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up. Support my channel. Definitely subscribe to it. I definitely do topics. I definitely do a lot of stuff up here. It's always something new. It's always something fresh. I can promise you, you won't be bored. Just like I said, drop a like, comment, subscribe. I am Gemini. For those who know me, I am King Gemini. I'm out of here.